Hello, Integrated Math 1. Even though I'm not actually here in the room, we're still going to do notes like normal. You just get the video version of me rather than the in-person version of me. We skipped over section 11.1 in the notes. We're going to go back and deal with that today because this is a pretty easy section, I think. I also think you've seen a lot of this before, and I just need to remind you about this. We're going to take a little break from our probability and start talking about statistics. Can you please take a moment, get your notes out, and open to page 143, please. Page 143. And if you need to pause the video so they can take another moment to get their books out, please do that. Section 11.1, 4 ways to measure data. Statistics is all about collecting data from the real world and then trying to interpret it. And there are 4 different numbers that give us some good interpretations of our data. The mean, the median, the mode, the range. And we're going to look at one example that's going to take us through the entire page. I want to look at the numbers 4, 3, 6, 5, 5, 7, 9. Please copy down those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers into your notes on the top of page 143. If I want to find the mean is another word for average. To find the average of all of these numbers, I need to add up all the numbers and then divide by the number of numbers. Let me write that down. To find the mean, we are going to add up all the numbers and then divide by the number of numbers. To find the mean, make sure you're writing this down, we need to add up all the numbers and divide by the number of numbers. To find the mean, we need to add up all the numbers and divide by the number of numbers. In this case, I'm going to do 4 plus 3 plus 6 plus 5 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. And I'm going to divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to divide by 7 because there are 7 numbers. You do need calculators for this. If you need to push pause and get calculators out, please do that. But then I need you adding up all those numbers. When you add up those numbers on the top, you're going to get 39. And I get the math problem 39 divided by 7. Well, we're going to go to the calculator. We're going to type in 39 divided by 7. As opposed to the rest of the unit where we were dealing with fractions for probability, that's not what we're doing here. I'm just doing the division problem, and it's not a great answer. That's okay. Sometimes we're going to get decimals for these. I'm going to round to 2 places, and I'm going to say 5.57. That is our average, our mean of those 7 numbers. We add them all up, we divide by the number of numbers. This kind of tells me, just the average of our numbers. If these were like test scores, on average you got about 5.57 out of 10 or something like that on a test. The median means the middle. If you're driving with your parents in the car and there's like grass in the center of the road or something, we call that area of the road the median. The median is our middle number. The middle number. The median is the middle number. However, it is not good enough to look at these numbers over here and just kind of figure out what thing is in the middle, because if you rearrange the numbers, you'll get a totally different thing in the middle. The median, the middle number, only works once the numbers are arranged in order. So I'm going to say, once the numbers, make sure you're copying this down too, once the numbers are arranged in order. The median is the middle number once all of the numbers are arranged in order. The median is the middle number once the numbers are arranged in order. So I need to go put these in numerical order. My lowest number is 3. We'll put a little check by it so I know I've already accounted for that. Next I have 4. Then I have 5. And I have another 5. Yes, we do need to include them twice. Then I need 6. Then I need 7. Then I need 9. Make sure those numbers are written in order in that box for the median. I now have to figure out which number is in the middle. Well, one thing I can do is start crossing out numbers on either side. I'm going to cross out the 3, cross out the 9. Cross out the 4, cross out the 7. We always cross out 2 at the same time. Cross out the 5, cross out the 6. Oh, I've got my number in the middle. My median, in this case, is 5. The median, the middle number, once I arranged all my numbers in order, is 5. Now, there could be a problem. Anyone have an idea what might be a little bit of a problem if I try to find the middle number? Anyone? Maybe one of you said something about, well, there could be 2 numbers left in the middle. If there are 2 middle numbers, we need to then find their mean, their average. I want to write that down as a bullet point in this box. If there are 2 middle numbers, we need to then find their mean. And I'll show you an example of that a little bit later today. If there are 2 numbers in the middle, let's say 5 and 6 were in the middle, we'd add them and divide by 2. Make sure you get that bullet point in your notes. If there are 2 middle numbers, find their mean, their average. The mode is the number that occurs the most. The mode is the number that occurs the most. Please write this down. The mode is the number that occurs the most. They kind of sound similar. The mode is the number that occurs the most. Well, I can go back to my data over here. Although actually, I think it would be even easier to look at the data over here that's already in order for me. 3 shows up once, 4 shows up once, 5 though shows up twice. Then 1, 6, 1, 7, 1, 9. Because the 5 showed up more than the other numbers, my mode is 5. Because that showed up more than the other numbers. I want to make 2 notes on this. First of all, there could be more than one mode. I had two 5s, but if I also had two 6s, I would say there are two modes, 5 and 6. There could be more than one mode. Again, make sure this is going in your notes. There could be more than one mode. Also, if all the numbers show up the same number of times, then there is no mode. There could be no mode. If all the numbers show up the same time, there is no mode. Make sure all of this is in your notes in the box for the mode. The last one we're going to look at is called the range. And what the range tells us is how spread out the data is. The range tells us how spread out the data is. The range tells us how spread out the data is. To find the range, well, my numbers look like they're going from a lowest of 3 up to a highest of 9. I'm going to do a subtraction problem. I'm going to do the biggest number minus the smallest number. The range is the biggest number minus the smallest number. So in this case, I could go back to the original data, but I actually still think it's going to be most helpful to use the data in order because I clearly see my biggest number is 5 and my lowest number is 3. So I'm going to go do the subtraction problem, 9 minus 3, and I'm going to get 6 for my range. There's a difference of 6 between my biggest number and my smallest number. You will need to know these 4 terms. The mean, we add up all the numbers and divide by the number of numbers, also called the average. The median, the middle number, but remember you cannot do that until the numbers are in order. The mode is the number that shows up the most. 5 shows up more than the others, so 5 is our mode. The range tells us how spread out the data is. Biggest number minus the smallest number, it is 6. You're going to do some practice with this. I would like whoever is running the class right now to please pause the video and pass out the worksheet that says measures of central tendency. I would like everyone to go do the problems on the top. I'd like to see if you can figure out what the answers might be to 4, 9, and 10. The possibilities are mean, median, mode, or range. And then I'd also like you to try the problems on the bottom. Show the work for finding the mean, show you putting the numbers in order to find the median. Please pause the video and have them see what they can do. And then afterwards, I will go through my work. Okay, let's start with number 1. I want to find the mean. Well, I need to add up all the numbers that I have. 91 plus 82 plus 77 plus 98 plus 66 plus 85 plus 82. And then I'm going to divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Divide by 7. When we go to the calculator and add them up, 91 plus 82 plus 77 plus 98 plus 66 plus 85 plus 82. I get 581, which I will then divide by 7. And actually, it's nice. My average test score was an 83%. My mean is an 83. Now I need the median. But before we do that, remember, you need to go put all of your data in order. I've got 66, then I see a 77, then an 82, and another 82, then an 85, a 91, and a 98. To find the median, I'm going to cross them out from either end. And I'm left with 82 in the very middle. My median is 82. The mode, the number that showed up the most often, 82, because that showed up twice. The range, we need to do the subtraction problem, 98 minus 66. And when you go to the calculator and type that in, you're going to get 32 for your answer there. The range is 32. Which measure of central tendency best represents each data set? Well, the middle value of hourly wages, middle, that means median. The middle value is the median. Number 9, this one was a little strange. Favorite subject amongst your friends? Well, 2 people say English, 5 people say math, 3 people say social studies. Because the most people were saying math, we would say that's their favorite subject. And the most is the mode. Number 9 is the mode. Average number of hours spent at a health club by members? Well, average means mean. We are finding the mean in number 10. If you haven't already done 11, I'm going to have whoever's running this pause the video again, take a moment, find the mean, median, mode, range, and let's see what we can do. To find the mean, I'm going to add them all up. I think I'm going to do the addition on the calculator, but then I do need to show the division problem that I'm going to do. I got 11,074. And I need to divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 numbers there. We're going to do our division. I don't think it will divide nicely. But since we're talking about money here, we should round to 2 decimal places. I am getting 1,845.6666 repeating. And if I want to round to 2 places, well, I look at what comes after that. That 6 tells me round up this 6, so we're going to get $1,845.67 for the mean. For the median, I need to go and put those numbers in order. 1,562, that's fine, but then 1,650, I'm going to check them off as I do this, then 1,704, 1,895, another 1,895, I think that's telling me something else that I'll get to in a moment, 2,368. When I start crossing them out, first and last, second and second to last, I am left with 2 numbers in the middle, which means I need to add those and divide by 2. 1,704 plus 1,895. I'm going to divide that by 2. 1,704 plus 1,895. Divide that by 2. We're going to get a decimal, 1,799.5. And since we're talking about money, $1,799.50. The mode, that number that showed up the most, is $1,895 because that showed up twice. And the range, I need to do 2,368 minus 1,562. I'm going to go to the calculator, and that's going to give me $806. By the way, make sure you're noticing the amount of work that I'm showing here. I need to see this work when you go to do the homework. If you just give me number answers, that will not count for credit. What you're going to do now is you're going to take out your Chromebooks. You're going to log into Google Classroom. There should be a yellow dot that says Delta Math, practice with mean and median. You are going to take out some scratch paper, grab some from the side, and put your name on the top because you're going to hand that in at the end of the period as part of your participation credit, and you're going to try those problems. Make sure you are showing the work, and since I'm looking for the mean and the median, show me what the sum is and then the division problem. And for the median, show me the numbers in order and then the crossing out. And if there are 2 in the middle, show me you adding them and dividing by 2. When you're done with that, or the bell rings, you will get the homework due next time, and in class, we'll go back to the probability stuff we were dealing with before. I will see you next class.